What's up, friends? Minch. You got enough battery? Oye, ¿cómo va? Contigo. How the heck are y'all doing? Oh, Lord. Do you feel stuck in an old timeline? Are you feeling like nothing you do is working out? Are you feeling constricted and restrained? Come with me. We're gonna quantum leap right here, right now in this video. I've been hearing the concept of God's plan a lot lately. And the old me used to associate that with the monastic life, like monk mode, like martyrdom. It conjured a sense of suffering and silence. That's not what that's not what God's plan is bringing to mind nowadays. God's plan, somewhere in the Bible, please put it in the comment box down below if you know, says something along the lines of, I do not have a plan to harm you, but to make you prosper. And so we're betting on that. We're putting our money into piggy bank of God's plan. One of the best examples in real life I have seen is Linsanity. Do you guys remember Jeremy Lin? That is like one of the greatest athlete stories of all time. The way he blew up was a miracle. But it was of not only God's provision, but of his own. The story is so cool. He was on the verge of giving up. He was trying out for a team and didn't even make the practice roster or something like that, and he was just fed up. But after a brief convo with his family, he's like, nah, I ain't gonna give up. And then he blew up into the Jeremy Lin we know today. And Linsanity, that was wild. If you know what I'm talking about, you know how crazy that was, of his rise to stardom, and how it seems swift, but like any quick success, there's always a backstory to it. But that's the kind of mentality I want to tap into, is if you do feel constricted and that your efforts aren't paying off, instead of giving up, because this is, most of my messages come from things I'm going through in my own life, and work is slow. There has been so many redirections, so many pivots, so many dropped plans that I was getting frustrated with God. What the fuck? What do you want me to do? But what he's asking me is not to shrink down, but to take up space, to dream bigger. I remember back to when I first started in the home remodeling world, the crew I worked with didn't think I was worth taking out the trash, for real. For the longest time, I was having trouble finding my place there. And then, I saw an opening. I saw the opportunity, to keep the place clean, keep the job site clean, and take ownership of taking out the trash. And actually, the boss at the time that I had thought it was a good idea and allowed me to do that. And it was a good little money maker. Not only was I getting paid hourly, I was getting paid per trip to the dump. So I was on that thing like a bag of chips. Is that a saying? Anyway, the crew I was working with was pissed because, I got to kind of do my own thing. They were mad I was taking out the trash. Can you fucking believe that? And I remember they kept saying Kansaka, and then shake their heads, and I didn't know what it meant at the time, but pretty much they're like, the audacity. Who do you think you are that you can take out the trash? Y'all, some people will just hate because they're hateful. They just are bitter little bitches. Um, but the main point I was trying to make there is like sometimes the open door, God's plan, it's not an easy road. It's not open, it's not wide. But another quote from the Bible that's coming through, it's like he's going to equip you with feet like stag or some other cloven animal. I can't really remember which animal they use for reference, but the important part is, have you ever seen those videos of mountain goats like evading predators? They'll leap off of mountains, fully trusting that their feet are going to catch them, and they do. It is insane, insanity. Like that's the type, that's the type of energy I'm asking us to conjure right now. So do not back down. Do not feel like there's no hope. Instead, God is asking you to dream bigger, to take that leap. I know you have dreams. I know you have visions. I know you have something in your heart right now that makes it leap for joy. But maybe you're stuck in the mentality of like, well, one day or whenever I'm retired or I'll be happy when all my bills are paid off or I finish school or um, anything of that sort. Like whatever, I want to say excuse, but whatever reason you're putting in front of that thing you actually want to do, we're busting through that right now. Another vision that's coming to mind is whenever Han Solo is also evading some type of perilous situation, and like they're dip, duck, dive, dodge, and dodge. What is that saying from Dodgeball? They're doing all the damn things to like get out of a sticky situation. They're flying through crevices. They're dodging big ass worm monsters, and then once they have that opening, they hit the gas and full throttle. That's what I'm trying to get to, is not backing down right now and actually doubling down on those things that are actually kind of scary. Those intimations in your heart that you want to act on, even if it's not fully fledged out, like you don't know exactly step by step. It's the acceptance of those things as reality that allow those stepping stones to appear. So I'm asking us to quantum leap. Metanoia is coming to mind, and that's another phrase from the Bible. I'm hitting y'all with Bible verses right now. And it simply means to change your mind. And it really is an identity shift. I think I mentioned it before. But the identity shift here is to opening up to bigger and better things. So it's weird how it happens. Sometimes catastrophic moments, dire situations are exactly what we need to stop accepting breadcrumbs and putting up with bullshit. Like one of the reasons I believe true love exists is because I have experienced horrendous relationships, not just in love but also in family and friends. Like those moments when you're just like, nah, this can't be all. I deserve better than this shit. And so an affirmation I've been working with lately is punch it, Chewy, or give it gas. Dolly gas, man. We're out of here. We are not putting up with this shit. Another thing that has been coming to mind is like the luxury life. The idea of having, like a weekender car or like a car I just get for fun or just having like a nice car was far-fetched for the longest time. Like the first car I bought was like $500 or something. And most of all the cars until the one I have now were cars I've paid off, or like I was able to pay cash up front. And I was so against having nice things because there was a worthiness wound inside of me that was deep, and it made me and convinced me I wasn't allowed to have nice things, and it and it's pervasive, and it prevented me from even desiring nice things, you know. But God's plan is actually asking us to take up more space, to actually desire more. Ooh, you know, that feels kind of like, ooh, what? What? Your desires are divine. They are God given. You want nice things? Good. Absolutely. You deserve them, and you are the one that's going to make it happen. Believe it. Believe that. Another so with the like having a luxury car, let me just tell y'all mine real quick. Having an old school purple punch buggy that is like loud and fast is my dream car. And that's one of those things that I always put on the back burner of like in the dream life, in the maybe in the next life, like I wouldn't actually hold on to it as like something obtainable now, but that's not the message here. That's not what Spirit is asking us to do. Spirit is asking us to grab onto those things, hold on to it, because we do need mile markers. We do need materialistic, we tangible evidence, proof that things are working out in our life and that we're meant for more, you know? So, but again, if you're at that space where you haven't seen that evidence, this is where faith comes in. Faith is a muscle, it must be practiced. Um, and that leap of faith, that quantum leap, metanoia, comes from not thinking it's outside of you. So whatever new car, luxury car you want, whatever dream life you're thinking of right now, whatever thing that you desire that is outside of your grasp, bring it close. Hold it tight. Feel it. Really feel it. That's the key here. Is to really feel like what it would be like to be driving it, to be in a new home, in a new environment that's loving and uplifting, to spend your days where energy is returned and not depleted, to eat good, to eat well, and not have to worry about breaking the bank. All I'm saying is let 'em hang, friend. From trash haul to yeehaw. You got the audacity to do it. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.